Hi everyone, thank you for joining me here on the Dahlia Society. My name's Kristen. If we haven't met yet, welcome. I hope you enjoy what I have to offer. I talk about anything to do with creating your own wardrobe, that is fabric and pattern inspiration as well. Oh my goodness, it's so hot. It has been at least 7 days now in the 30s. It is unseasonably muggy, humid here in Melbourne. We are not in the tropics. We are right down the bottom near Tasmania. We do get very hot days in summer, but normally it's that dry, really hot heat. But this is like being in the tropics, and a few times now I've been up to northern Queensland. I've been up to the Whitsunday Islands, and I know at Proserpine, the airport there, you hop out the plane and the humidity just like hits you like a ton of bricks. It is so hot and humid. This is like that. This morning I woke up, it was I think I went outside and I let the chooks out. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning. It was already 30 degrees and the humidity was just off the scale. So I am not a fan of this hot heat, and a lot of people love it, but personally for me, I'm a very autumnal person. I like that nice sort of mid-20s weather, and it gets a little bit cool at night, but every night it's been in the mid-20s, so it's very, very hard to sleep. But that really hot sun and heat and the tropical weather, we've had a lot of thunderstorms. We've had thunderstorms nearly every night. So the rain's great. The rain is very welcome because vegetables are growing, the tomatoes are doing well, but the humidity, the hair, I can well do without it. So I'm here today to show you a few things I've made. I've got my January makes coming up very shortly. That will be in the next few days. But today I've got a little bit of pattern inspiration. I've been online and bought a few Vogue patterns. I've got a little bit of fabric. I've got a fantastic pattern that I am absolutely in love with. It's the Pattern Fantastique Celestial dress. Now, everyone has fallen in love with their Vogue dress they released last year. I've also made versions of that. I love it. But this Celestial dress has been around for a few years now, maybe 3 or 4 years. And I've had it in a pattern stash, but never got around to making it. And I love it. It is just so beautiful and cool at the moment to wear. It's that kind of floaty dress that just doesn't touch the skin. I think once it's on firmer in the bust here and it just floats, skims over the body. So if you want something nice and cool to wear that just floats around you, I can highly recommend making this Celestial dress. The beauty of the Celestial dress is the options you get. If you buy this dress, which is the standard dress, you also get the free hack options of the pinafore hack, which I've also made one, and the beautiful balloon sleeve, which you can add on as well. I love the patterns that Nita make. Pattern Fantastique is always very modern, leading edge kind of style lines. Instructions are a bit more unusual. The way that they're depicted are very, very thorough. Some people may get a little bit thrown out because they are maybe a bit different to what they're used to doing, but I find them very thorough and sometimes too thorough that you can actually overcomplicate them in your mind. But when you sit back and think, aha, I get it now, it just comes together beautifully, this pattern. So this one, I'll stand up and give you a bit of a look. I've got pics to come as well. This is in a beautiful water dreaming rayon print from Spotlight. It's that gorgeous indigenous print. They do have other fabrics at Spotlight in the indigenous prints. I know they have like a cotton drill canvas, they've got cotton linens, and they've also got this rayon, but I love this so much. It is just, the color is cooling on me. I don't normally wear things like pale blues. It's got a bit of pink and mauve in it too, which I'm just so attracted to. But I think the thing I love about the rayon in this dress is that this sleeve can be very structured. If you make it in like a cotton or a linen, it will give you that angular effect. But when it's in a cotton, or sorry, excuse me, when it's in a rayon, it floats more. You can see the drape that it gives. It's a beautiful dress. I love the bust line. I really love the yoke done like that. It's not a burrito method. It's very, very simple and easy to make, and you can throw this together quite easily in a few hours. It is just a matter of doing this construction of the bodice, and once you put those two skirt front and back pieces together, that's it. It's just so easy. I always opt out of pockets unless I find they really add kind of a detail to the garment. It's getting windy out here. The storms are coming. There's more storms coming. Unless it really gives you that kind of appeal to the garment, patch front pocket, and you really need it, I always take them out of dresses. Sometimes it can affect the drape of the dress, it can affect the bulk around the hip. And depending on your fabric and how neatly you do those inseam pockets, I just don't like inseam pockets on dresses, so I always eliminate them, and then the dress is done a lot faster. So it's just something that I do. I love taking pockets out, but yeah, a lot of people love pockets out there, so if you're one of those people, I'm sorry, but yeah, I tend to take them out. Love the water dreaming print. I will try and link this fabric below as well if you haven't purchased this. It is just lovely and dreamy to wear, but I'll put some pics in so you can see exactly how it's come up. I made this size 16 from remembering this. Yeah, although I made the 14 in the Varley, I made the 16 in this because around the upper bust, I made sure that I looked at the finished garment measurements, and there wasn't a huge amount of ease around the bust or the upper bust, so I decided to size up, which really doesn't matter then because the skirt's nice and floaty on its own, so you don't really have to worry about getting that fit perfect because of that ease around the skirt. So the next version is this beautiful teal colour linen that was very kindly and generously sent to me from Fabric Deluxe, and Steph and Karita, they're just the loveliest people. You must visit if you're ever in Footscray. They have a beautiful range of fabrics, and they do specialise in a lot of great solid fabrics. They have beautiful variety there, as well as some gorgeous prints. But they actually sent me this lovely Eco-Tech certified eco linen. It's I think it's 220 cm. It's a beautiful weight. It's a mid-weight linen, and I've washed it and worn it a few times now. As you can see, it's all rumpled up, but I did the Pinafore hack, which is a free add-on hack to the Celestial dress, and it is a really lovely style. I love the cutaway arms, and I love the fact that you can wear it throughout winter with maybe a turtleneck underneath if you want to have something a bit warmer, with some tights. I opted for the midi length, or not quite midi length, just in between the knee and the midi, and I took the pockets out again, omitted the pockets because I prefer no pockets when you've got a more mid-weight fabric, but love how it came up. I want you to see some pics of this and see what you think. How pretty is that? Not only do I love the colour, I love the fact that just a nice, plain, solid fabric can really do wonders for the wardrobe to mix things back through as well. So it's one thing that I must say for 2022, I love my prints, and I will never let go of prints, I promise you that, but I'm trying to build on some more plain, solid things to have in the wardrobe as well, because they are things that I'm craving and looking for, especially if you have maybe some statement jewelry or you want to do some layering, some plain bold colors, and this is just a favorite color of mine. Yeah, I'll link that fabric below as well if you're interested in that. So the yoke construction is a little bit confusing. I think the pics there are great, they really do help, but I think I had to reread quite a few times to get it right in the mind, and then I realized it was a lot more simple than I had envisaged. I think sometimes instructions can be a little bit baffling if it's done a little bit different to the way maybe you would do it, but I love this dress so much. I can highly recommend the Celestial dress. And of course you can make the belt. There are pattern pieces to make the belt, and I extended mine. Mine wasn't quite long enough because I'm a bit thicker around the waist. I always find that I lengthen belts and then I can trim them down if they're too long, because I decided to put one layer of interfacing in the fabric, just a lightweight, just to give it a tiny bit of structure. But I don't really think it needed it with the rayon. I think just the belt on its own fabric would have been fine without interfacing. But yeah, I've got my little label. That one's from Lindsay at Sew to Grow. Crafty, sassy, and a little bit smart-assy. I love that. But really love this fabric. This water dreaming fabric is just so nice to wear. So I've also got another version of the dress that I'm going to show you in my January makes with the billowy sleeve. Haven't taken any pics of it yet, but that again is just such a pretty dress. And I think even doing some piping around where the bust yoke line is, that would look really unusual, really special. I even think a lightweight denim would look perfect for a penny in this as well. So really start thinking out of the box. And also you can do things like use a different yoke fabric to the skirt fabric, or maybe a different sleeve fabric. You want to do like a patchwork looking style. There is just so much you can do with this dress. I definitely want to make more of Pattern Fantastics patterns. The Mercy dress looks beautiful, as does the Leah, I think it's Tia or Leah, the strappy one as well, with the V-neck. That looks really pretty too. So I must confess, I'm becoming a little bit of an addict for her patterns, as well as her beautiful sun hat patterns. They just look so like 70s looking, vintage looking, and also the visor I think would be fantastic. Even though I like to protect the top of my head, sometimes it's just nice to put the visor on with some sunnies as well. So absolutely love her patterns and want to make more. And that leads me on to my newest fabric purchase. I couldn't resist where the fabric store had 20 to 40% off fabrics last week. I think I showed you guys. That is when I go and get my liberties, because they are so pricey. It is such a great time to save some dollars. And I got this beautiful silk cotton. I saw this print and I really couldn't resist a black background, that beautiful purple and orange gold. Have a look at that. That is the most stunning fabric, and I love a boho vintage feel 70s dress, and to me this just speaks boho. So I am going to make the Varley. I've made it before, made it in the top. The Varley by Pattern Fantastic as well. I'm making the dress this time. The floaty big billowy sleeve, the tie neck. I just think it's going to look so gorgeous in the dress. So that is not too far away. I'm definitely wanting to make that for the end of summer. I've just made so many dresses. I've got a few more to show you. Someone said to me the other day, your wardrobe must be so full of dresses. And although I did give a lot of my dresses away this year to one of my very dear friends, I did pass on a lot of things to her. I can never have enough dresses for this weather, because it's just what I feel like wearing to keep me cool. They're just the easiest things to pull out of the wardrobe. And you always feel made up. You always feel done. If you have to run down to the shops, you've got a dress on, you're done. You have to go out for lunch with somebody and you want to just pop a dress on, bit of lipstick, you're done. So I just love a dress. While I'm talking about doing myself up, I thought I'd put some little earrings on to show you today. These gorgeous little galah earrings, they're so cute. These were from Blue Serendipity. I think I got these about 2 or 3 years ago now, but love my Australian native wildlife bird. Yeah, I've got some with possums on them as well, but I think these are really cute and summery. And yeah, but the hair's frizz it up. But you know what? It's the type of weather that you're lucky if you even get to put a bit of makeup on, because the hair is just too hot to even style it. But I'm really craving a couple of days in the mid-20s. I think they're coming, but it's just so warm. My 2 younger teenagers are going back to school next week. The 3 older girls are all working, but it's a kind of exciting time of year, because it's like getting back to a bit of normal routines, really great. I've been trying to manage to do a bit of exercise each day to build up my strength. I've been doing Gina B's workouts, which is the Up to the Beat fitness, which is all like walking exercise. Love the dancing exercise as well, because I'm not a big gym fan. I really find it boring. I love being doing something a bit different that doesn't feel like exercise but really gets a sweat up and gets you working out. And I've also found a great channel with spin cycling. I've got an exercise bike. It's not a spin bike, but I find having someone there, I'll put the channel here so you can see. It's a spin cycle class for beginners, because I am in no way fit. I am trying to build up my fitness, and I love it because it really pushes and motivates you to keep cycling and speed up and slow down, and those sort of things are great. And the fact is that you can do them from home is even better, in your own lounge room. So I think having everyone back next week, managing to fit in even more sewing and a bit more fitness would be fantastic. Now, last week I told you guys of some pattern sales. There was a spotlight sale with Vogue patterns 2 for $20. The week before they did have 4 patterns for, I think, for $20, but that didn't include the Vogue. The Vogue ones were a different special last week, and they're always a bit pricier, Vogue patterns. So I love them. They're my favorite big four patterns. So I got quite a few patterns. I will show you what I ordered. I love the new packaging, and I know someone did say that this is getting scrapped as well. They're going back to a different style packet, but I really think it's more appealing when you see a photograph of someone rather than just the sketch. So I love this one. This is a V1693. It's a Badgley Mishka design, and I just think this is just stunning. Imagine that with like a crochet lace overlay. I just think it's beautiful. This is a fitted line dress, has an invisible center back zipper. You can do the lace pieces. You can do things like shears, lace, georgette, charmeuse, crepe de chine. Yeah, so I think that would be a stunning dress with that really pretty shaped sleeve. And that is right up my alley with a little bit of lace up front. Love the look of that. So just a matter of finding the right fabric, but I am a huge fan of that kind of crochet looking lace, that lightweight cotton lace, but it's a matter of finding the right lace for me. Now this is a pattern I purchased but didn't realize I actually had the old version already in when it was a sketchwork looking pattern envelope, but it doesn't matter. Now I've got two, and I love the look of this wraparound dress. It's especially that flutter sleeve. Huge fan of the flutter sleeves. That is the line drawings on the back. You can do the normal sleeve as well, but the reason I love this one, and I know I do have the rose clear cashmere wrap pattern ready to make as well, I love the high-low kind of wraparound front on that. That's really appealing to me, so I want to try that one, and I want to also try the cashmere wrap pattern as well. This is very reminiscent of the 9253, which I've made in the past, but this is the V1801. It is slightly different around the bodice, and it's got that beautiful longer flutter sleeve, more of a midi version. But yeah, very, very similar style. The sleeve, I think, is a bit different construction because that had more of a kimono grown on sleeve. This is a separate sleeve, but really, really pretty dress, and you can make that up in all different variety of woven fabrics as well. So yeah, line drawings on the back, but really like that one. The other one was the Vogue 1653, and this one is a really lovely style as well, and it's just saying loose fitting lapel style collar, side seam pockets. We'll wait and see whether we leave those in or not, and I think that would look beautiful in either. It says crepe, cotton blends, jersey knits as well. It's interesting. I like it when you can do either with jersey, knit fabric or woven. It also has the straight skirt and the A-line skirt, or the fuller circle style skirt. So you've got quite a few options on that, but I think it's a really, really nice shape, especially like the D version at the top with the straight skirt there. That one is really lovely. And this one is one on my list to make this week, hopefully. It's the 1691. I love anything with that handkerchief style, asymmetric style hem. The straight bit at the front, and then it's got the diagonals on the sides. Love the look of that. It's just saying it's for a woven style, but love that when they do the different style stripes. I think it works really nicely. You do, each way. And the others I got was some coat patterns for winter because I really want to venture into making myself a beautiful black coat this winter. It's something that I find that I've got so much colour that when I go to put maybe a print like that with it, I haven't got a plain black coat. So it's just something simple, but I really want to find a beautiful fabric. My dream would be to have a beautiful wool or even cashmere wool, but I know you're getting up the pricey. The price range does go up as soon as you mention even a blend of cashmere, but maybe even a lightweight wool twill, something just a nice natural fibers that I can line as well. So hopefully for winter I can do something, but it's finding the right pattern, of course. This is the V9040. All these different designs, I think really classic style coats. I love that crossover style, kind of vintage 40s looking jacket with E, the one I had my eye on there. I love that. Very dressy style jacket. The other one I like was the V7975, which to me was the classic kind of Coco Chanel looking cropped jacket. You can do so much with that. Look at all the different versions on the back that you can see. And even with the ones without buttons, I think look fantastic as well. Really classic. And this is the V8346, more of a longer style robe jacket with that beautiful double-breasted front. So these are really nice to have in the stash because they don't date. They're very, very classic. and I really like the Vogue designs. And another pattern I have got coming, it hasn't arrived, it's coming from Lincraft. I'll pop a pic up here so you can see another Vogue dress. Lincraft also had, I think, 30% off their patterns as well. I'm not sure if they're still on, but I did pick that one up for like $16 and I'm normally $30. So I was quite happy with that, the look of that dress as well. So it is my 50th this year. In July, I'm aiming to have myself a nice classic black coat and maybe a lovely dress to wear out if we go and maybe go out for dinner or something. That's the aim. I've got, you know, still got 6 months left to do that, but I'm just on the lookout for the perfect dress and the perfect coat to have for winter time for my 50th. I'd love to hear what you've been up to, what you've been sewing this week. Let me know in the comments. I'll always love to hear from you guys, just see what you've all been sewing. And you find it's easier to sew in the heat, you put the air conditioner or the fan on and sit there with a cool drink, or are you more of a winter sewing person? Do you love sewing all the snuggly things, maybe sweatshirts and coats? Personally for me, I find I can sew so much more in summertime because things come up really quickly. Like a dress, for example, can be something you can throw together in a day, whereas a lot of the tasks for winter and the layering pieces can take a bit longer. But it's really nice to have the season change to motivate you to get the sojo happening and the inspiration. But I'm loving having all the dresses to choose from when it's this hot weather. So hopefully it will cool down very soon. I know a lot of you got the opposite. A lot of my viewers over in Canada are saying you've had blizzards, storms, and, you know, really thick snow. I think it's just amazing to see the variations and how extreme the weather is. The last few years, you really notice the weather extremes are just beyond anything we experienced growing up. Now I had to stop filming them because I had a delivery, the mailbox from Darn Cheap Fabrics. This is the lace that I ordered. I think I love it when packages come in the middle of filming. This is going to be my insert in my sagebrush dress. I've been waiting for this to come, and I love how they wrap up things in old pattern. This is pattern instructions. Oh, okay, this is really nice. This is going to be inserted across the bust. I think it'll work really nicely. It's a nice wide lace. Yeah, I think it'll look really lovely. So hopefully it's going to work out exactly how I have it in my mind. And Darn Cheap Fabrics always put little gifts. There's some ribbon there. You get all sorts of little embellishments popped in with your order. So I highly recommend Darn Cheap Fabrics, and they are fantastic delivering as well. Now, wherever you are in the world, I hope your temperature's okay. I hope you're not too cold or you're not too hot. If you are, I hope you manage to get through it. Yeah, and I really hope that sewing is what helps you at the moment too, because I know it definitely helps me. Yeah, keep my mind busy, keep my creative energy flowing, and yeah, I love being able to create my own wardrobe each month and show you guys what I've been making. So hang in there. The January makes are coming next week. I love to hear what you've been making. Please write in the comments below, and if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to do that, because I'm heading towards 15,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which is just phenomenal, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys watching each week to inspire me to keep going. So thank you so much. Take care, happy sewing, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.